If you're a Christian and you enjoy the pain of non Christians, you're not a Christian. If you're a Christian and call yourself pro life, but are okay with black and brown people getting harassed, hunted, and unalived, you're not a real Christian. Your idea that Jesus Christ was a blond, blue-eyed man is as twisted as your view of the worth and value of people who are actually closer to the pigmentation that a person from Asia would have. Yes, Jesus Christ was an Asian man. Nazareth is in Asia. I like to say Asia because it's accurate, because it sounds far. Far from Kansas, far from Texas, far from Louisiana, far from Mississippi. He was not an American, not a Republican, did not eat burgers and drink beer, and was not pro gun. In fact, he was the total opposite of all that. And it makes sense. It makes sense when you're honest with yourself. When you contemplate the fact that he was Asian. He had dark skin, drank wine, ate bread, and multiplied fish to feed people. He didn't multiply hot dogs. He helped and fed the poor, not withhold food from them, like the Republican leadership. Jesus was not judgmental and heartless, like the Republican leadership. And Jesus did not lie as boldly as the Republican leadership. And I am referring more specifically to Mike Johnson, a closeted homosexual who has his natural tendencies so repressed, he speaks and portrays himself as the most pious of Catholic priests. And we all know how well having such repressions worked for them, especially when around children. But you know how you fix that problem? A problem that has brought so much pain and suffering to millions of people all over the world throughout history. You know how you fix it? With honesty. Being honest with yourself and the world. Because the truth is not just the right thing to do, that in today's terms only means optional. No, the truth is not just the right thing to do, and it is not just optional. The truth is cleansing. It is healing. The truth will set you free. So you can't call yourself a Christian if you can't even do that. If you can't tell the truth, you're not a Christian. Jesus endured the cross, but you can't tell the truth. You can't love your dark-skinned brothers and sisters. You can't feed the poor. And you can't tell Donald Trump no. I tell you, if your ultimate goal is to promote the Christian religion, to show how amazing you can be if you did everything the Christian way, you're doing a shitty-ass job about it. Instead of promoting it, instead of being a good example of what it is to be a good Christian, you're tarnishing the Christian faith. And all you're doing with your behavior is to bring to it a stain. The stain of cowardice. Because cowardice is the only reason why people lie. Lie as boldly as Donald Trump and the Republican leadership. Because Jesus had to face his accusers, punishment, and death. And he looked at them straight in the eye and told them nothing but the truth. And you can't even face the truth. You can't tell the truth, and you can't even face the American people and speak without lying. Again, lying is for the coward. Honesty is for the strong. So you must quit calling yourself a Christian, for you are nothing like Jesus Christ. You can't be a Christian because you're not strong enough. Unless you call yourself a Christian so you would get elected, so people would think that you're a good person, so you lift yourself above others to give you the higher moral ground. But that would only mean that you are lying, because you are really weak, because you are not really a Christian, because you are not strong enough to be honest, because you can't tell the truth, because you're a coward.